Hello everyone, this is day 2, Journey to World Chess Champion. In today's video, I'm going to be showing a couple of books that I'm going to be using for my studies. I'm going to show one game yesterday from the Chessboard Masters. As you guys have probably seen, the title Tuesday went really well. I got third and then I got first. Unfortunately, in the Chessboard Masters play-in, in the Rapid, I really struggled to adjust to the Rapid format and went on full tilt, and I unfortunately did not qualify. So it's a very disappointing result to not make it even to the knockout qualifier or the play-ins. But I am in need of serious rest and training, so we'll take it as a learning experience and need to study Rapid. So I'm going to be showing you guys one of my games. The board's going to be edited on top of my editor. So in one of my games, first of all, we'll show the book. So this is a couple books I'm using for my training. This is A Matter of Endgame Technique by Jacob Agard. I had a training camp a long time ago. I should do a lot of work on my calculation, and especially to improve Rapid. You sort of need to know when to spend your time and when to make a move and make a decision. So we're going to be going through some studies in here, and then this is every single game Bobby Fischer has played, including simultaneous exhibition games. I'll be going through this. I want to try to memorize every single game Bobby Fischer has ever played. So we're going to start out with one of the interesting games I played yesterday, which I lost, but actually had a really interesting sequence. So it was e4, c5, knight f3, e6. I played b3, sort of a weird system. Going to develop this bishop. He plays knight c6. I play bishop b2, plays a6. Now I play c4, taking some control of the center. I want to play d4 to sort of, this is a Maroczy bind structure. I want to play d4, so my opponent goes queen c7. I play g3, developing a double fianchetto, knight f6, attacking my pawn. I push the pawn, knight to g4. Now, these two knights and the queen are attacked, so he's starting to take the pawn, but I just ignore it. This is my preparation. He takes the pawn, I capture the knight, he captures the knight back, and now I play castles. Now, the point is I'm down a pawn, but I've castled my king. I've got two fianchetto bishops, and the king's still in the center. So he goes knight c6. I go rook e1, he goes knight to d4, blocking my bishop. He wants to play bishop e7 and castles. I go knight c3, he goes bishop e7, developing, and now I go queen g4. Now, I'm attacking the g7 pawn. If he castles, now I have the move knight to d5. The point being that if he takes back the knight, I play rook takes bishop. And now, I've got two bishops, I'm only down a pawn, and I've got a really strong attack. So, he doesn't want to play that. He doesn't want to play castles. He plays g6. Hoping, maybe he'll go f5, maybe he'll go h5, kick out the pawn. He's got patient. So now, in this position, I found the first move, but I really had to sit here and calculate and really try to understand the position. But since it was Rapid and I've been playing a lot of blitz, I didn't have the mentally sort of consciousness to take a moment and pause. So here you should try to think, what should white play? You can pause the video, take a second. So I already mentioned the idea before, it's knight to d5. Now again, I'm attacking the bishop. Let's say the queen were to just move. Then I play bishop takes d4. The pawn recaptures, and I play queen takes d4. And now I've regained the pawn. The king is in a very precarious situation. This bishop is sort of stuck, and let's say you castle. I could even maybe take like this, and now you go c5. And now you cannot go b6, you can't go d6, and this bishop is just stuck. And if you can't develop, you're just slowly going to get crushed. There are other ways to acquire a large advantage, but this is only one of them. So, of course, my opponent says, okay, well, if you're going to give me a free piece, then I'm going to take it. So they take. And in this moment, you really need to think. So in this moment, I play bishop takes d4. And here I blunder that instead of my opponent taking back the bishop immediately, they have this intermezzo move d6. Attacking my queen, and then they take back. And then after they take back, I lose my initiative. So this was a very big mistake for me, and I should have taken this time. And I actually knew this idea. But the point is that I need to play rook takes e7. The king recaptures. Now I give a check. Now the king sort of struggling to find a square. You don't really want to go up. Among many things I could play. There's so many ways to win. One is just to play takes, and next you go check. And let's say the queen tries to move to escape, queen to b6, you give a check, and it's checkmate. So the king obviously doesn't want to run back to d8 because of queen g5 check, f6, queen takes f6, checkmate. The knight doesn't want to block because you can just take the rook, so the king has to go to f8. And now you play the move queen h4. And after queen h4, you're threatening to play queen h6 check, followed by rook e8 check. So if you got king g7, now I can play bishop takes d4. And after bishop takes d4, take on d4, queen takes d4. If the king moves back, it's rook e8 checkmate. If the pawn moves up, I got rook e7. If king h6, I have queen h4 mate. If king f8, I have queen f6, followed by queen f7. If king g8, I can go queen f6. I can also go bishop takes d5, followed by queen f6 checkmate. So in this position, you have to go rook g8 to stop this, queen h6 with rook g7. But now, what I missed is that after rook g7, no, queen g8, I go queen e7 check. King g7, I play bishop takes d5. Now block with rook 8, and now the super strong move b4. The point after b4 is to remove the defender of this pawn. And obviously the normal reaction when trying to remove this is to protect b6, because now the rook is hanging. So then what's going to happen is that if I take this pawn, then I'm going to take this knight. And if I take this knight, the bishops open up, and I've got a queen, two bishops, and a rook all attacking this king, and just the game is just over. So the only way to defend is queen b6. The point being that if you take with the pawn, you take the bishop. So here I take with the queen takes, the pawn takes. Let's say, okay, the pawn moves, I take the bishop, the king moves back. I've got two dominant bishops, the bishop is stuck. It's only a matter of time before I win this position. So this is what I unfortunately missed this entire sequence. I had seen this queen h4 idea, but I didn't have the sort of presence of mind to properly be patient. And after my opponent played d6 in this position, I actually had to sacrifice my queen. So in this position, I actually it was like this. It's like bishop takes d4. Am I forgetting something? Wait, it was like knight here. Sorry, yes. So this is the position. Now d6. The best move is actually to play queen takes c8, rook takes c8, and then bishop takes h8. And now you can't recapture the pawn because bishop f6, and you're gonna win this bishop and get the queen back. So the king has to move. The bishop goes here, and again, at least I have some counterplay. I have two bishops I can fight, but unfortunately, I was really in bad shape and on massive tilt at this point. So I decided just to sack the full piece. I sacked the full piece, but eventually my opponent castled. Like this, it's like rook g8. Eventually my opponent castled, and I wasn't able to win the game, and I lost the game. I started out playing very well in the tournament. I should have started maybe 2.5 out of 3, 3 out of 4, but went on massive tilt. Definitely need to do a lot more training at Rapid to prepare myself for that time control, but this was just a really cool game with, you know, the potential that could have been. Definitely need to manage my time better and to recalibrate my approach for different time controls. So this is day 2 of the Journey to World Chess Champion. Hope you guys enjoyed this game. I'm going to be going through obviously these 2 books. This is good for chess improvers. If you want to improve, these are some book recommendations. Obviously, Agard has an amazing set of books. This book is by Lou Hayes. It's a compilation. It is 972 games, 1,043 listings, and it's really a great book to get a really great understanding of Fischer's past. A lot of work to be done. I'll probably show some sort of edits and compilations of the physical work I'm doing. Swimming, sauna, whatever I do. I'll probably will do workouts on my roof here as well. You can see the amazing view behind me. So let me know what you guys think of this format. I think this is quite a scenic location that you guys can see. This is my roof. I hope you guys like the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm happy to take you on this journey to World Chess Champion.